Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toka 2. You know I had to drop a track for my boy. Yeah, I've been in your raps and boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting no fights on the table. Calling that Boston since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. Hey, Bruce Gas was shit like Muhammad Ali. Shut up, Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka 2. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the people. Little Glock by my side, but it hit just like shout out Mad Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandals. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this the fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Good morning. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Sunday morning. We had some pretty cool fights this weekend. If anybody was paying attention. Turn that down just a bit. Jesus and my bro, appreciate you stopping by, man. Appreciate anybody stopping by in here. But it was a very nice Saturday evening for boxing. Let me first start with the. Well, first of all, I got to get a buzz on it. It's Sunday brunch over here. Raining and kind of cloudy, damp day out here. I got to walk in this morning though. I got a couple of miles in there. Got a little bit of raindrops on me. The dog too, but it was cool. You know, got to get them steps in. Got to get that cardio going. And first thing in the morning is the best way to do it. As soon as you get out of bed, whatever time that may be, hit the track, hit the road, get some fresh air. I need a little more water here. Gotta get the buzz cooking too. This is a very strange sight to see me over here without the buzz cooking. Let's see, man. G13. Let me look in my stash bin here. See what we want for the wake and bake session over here. Let's see. I got some G13. This is Government 13. Very unique strain. White gummy. I think it's going to be a little bit of white gummy. Let's see what else we have in here. High Society. And we got a few strains. This is a little bit of carbon fiber. A few buds of that in here. And this is the key lime pie. That's going to be a little key lime pie. To start this dreary Sunday. A couple of little nugs in the tray. Let me take that off. And we break out the grinder. Use that old. See, this is something I never used one of these till about a year ago. A year or so ago, I decided this was the way to do it, man. I would just break it up and put little tips in the bong. But now I like to break it up, put it on the tray. I don't think there's another sound. I don't think there's another sound like that in the world. And we will fortify it for sure, man. Let's put a little crumble in there to make it extra special. Platinum yellow. Nice little gram of crumble here. Crumble is a really nice product. It's a concentrated cannabis, and you can handle it. You can it's not like the dabs or the batter or anything. You can actually handle it. You break a little piece off, crumble it in the herb. My clean bong, my assistant taking care of it for me. Thank you. And look at that bad boy. Like she's almost brand new off the shelf. But we have the crumble in here with the key lime pie. We'll massage that in there. Get a little altitude before this show starts. Before we discuss there was some good boxing last night. There was some good and bad and ugly, but mostly good. Today is Lupe Pintor's birthday today, man, if anybody's interested. Lupe Pintor's 70 years old. Has some great fights. Carlos Zarate, Wilfredo Gomez. I mean, this was one of the killer heavyweights. Susanna, my sister, always good to see you. Thank you for coming in here. Danero, my brother. Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you. I am fortifying my breakfast over here, my wake and bake. Oh yeah, that's sweet. I'll do a couple of these to get on our boxing frame of mind. We use the dab torch for this. Gotta have at least 3 of those to a trio to get started here. Catching a bit of altitude. Let's see, that was 2. One more. And salute everybody on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch. We're on 3 major platforms here. We're getting millions and millions of viewers tuning into us. And I hope they're boxing fans. Little jazz brunch here too, man. This is the Leo Genovese Quartet. They're playing at Smalls. Hope that's not too loud in the background or too soft, but just kind of nice little flowing jazz brunch music. Okay. Yesterday, I saw Stephen Shaw was fighting, the heavyweight, and he was taking on, what was the guy's name? Abajam. I gotta look it up, so I can't even think of his name. He's a big African dude, Raphael Akabajori. Okay, that's a mouthful. But Stephen Shaw, he was beaten by Effie Ajagba, one defeat, and he also got beat by a guy named Joseph Boulall. He's Australian. He was stopped by him, and he was on redemption over here, man. You know, Stephen Shaw, like an American heavyweight, good solid cat. 238 pounds, really solid, and he punches like hell. And the dude that he fought, hey, my brother, just do, man. Always a pleasure to see you. Rafael Almajora, he was 18-2. He's been stopped twice. But his claim to fame was a knockout by Makhmudulov, that big Canadian that fought. He got beat by who's the German? Now I'm having a brain fart. But anyway, man, he was on. Stephen Shaw was on Redemption last night, man. It was a one-round knockout. Rafael landed some big bombs when the fight started, but Stephen Shaw, he wasn't going to be denied. He put his chin down. He started exchanging, landing a big right hand, a left hook and right hand. And man, Akbajad, it was probably the knockout of the year. He sent them down and through the ropes. It was down and out. We're going to talk about boots too, man, for sure. But that was the big one. But I want to get this out of the way because, like I said, Pro ran head-to-head last night with Eddie Hearns. What's Eddie Hearns, man? Showbox or the zone. And I was kind of bummed out. I said, man, Pro-Box, why don't you show your programs on Friday nights or during the week? You're kind of a new kid in town. And you're moving right into the prime time Saturday night. And I was like, man, how am I going to do this? I want to watch the Stephen Shaw fight. And plus, they had some pretty good opening fights too, man. I saw this dude, Ben Johnson. Very, very, very tough dude, man. And then Tamir Smalls was on the zone card. These are the preliminary fighters. There was some good stuff. The Boxing Menu podcast, my brother. Shout out to you. So, we got these up-and-coming kids. And like I said, man, Tamir Smalls and Ben Johnson impressed me last night. And also, man, another dude who was on the undercard, Amari Jones, he made really light work. He made short work. It was an unbelievable body shot. I can't remember the guy that he fought, but it was a tremendous shot to the freaking liver. And there were a couple of fights last night that ended with body shots. Man, the body is really, really important. But Stephen Shaw, he's an American, he's a heavyweight, and I think he's going to make some noise. Last night was kind of a coming out party for him. He was a main event. And it was definitely a good night for Stephen Shaw. I got to give him a lot of definitely heads up. And anyway, I was kind of bummed out. I wanted to see Stephen Shaw, and I didn't want to miss any of the Boots Ennis. I didn't want to miss any of that. So I was going to freeze my YouTube because the Pro-Box is on YouTube, which is cool. But it just so happened it was a super fast knockout. There was plenty of time to watch both fights live. So that was cool on the plus side. So see with John Boots Ennis though, man. Now wait, I think personally that might be his last fight at 147. I know he's got the Brian Norman Jr. fight that he wants to Norman really wants. It's unification. That would be see with 4 belts now. It's crazy with all these belts in this era. Unification. There was a time where if you beat one champ, if you beat the undisputed, then you were the undisputed. But now there's all these. Every federation wants their own title list. There are different rules. There are different stipulations. So anyway, man, everybody was knocking on John Boots Ennis because he's a what they call now an email champ. He didn't fight Bud Crawford for the title, but he got the title by virtue of Bud relinquishing it. And he really hasn't had much of a background either. He hasn't fought really all that much all that much of super competition. It seems like all the boys that he was coming up with at 147, they're all at 154 now. And I don't know how Boots Ennis is making 147. You know, he made it at that weigh-in. He was drained. And IBF stipulations, they state that a fighter can't rehydrate more than 10 pounds from the weigh-in. Hey, my brother Nick M, man, there's my man. Anybody want to watch some good classic boxing, man? Go sub to Nick M's. Check out some of the fights he's got in his library. It's like my old box of VCR tapes that got destroyed years ago, but it is absolutely one of the best channels out there on YouTube, man. Love watching Nick M's classic boxing channel. So anyway, man, getting back to this weigh-in. You know, they both made weight comfortably, and then they have over 24 hours to rehydrate. That could be 4 or 5 meals, liquids, electrolytes, you know, whatever it takes to rehydrate. I don't know how they do it these days. You know, I'm a certified nutrition advisor and a certified personal trainer, and I've been involved with dieting, supplements, all that stuff. Top shelf nutrition, and I don't know how they put on 20 pounds after the weigh-in. But anyway, Boots Ennis looked like a super middleweight against a welterweight. Stanionis, he maybe 5 pounds or something like that, whatever it was. But Ennis came in huge, and you could tell right from the beginning it was a one-way. It was going to be a one-way fight. Hey, I got somebody watching me on the other channel. My brother, shout out to my brother Spike out there, man, in Colorado, man. Welcome. But Jaron Boots Ennis, he's got to fight 154. All his peers, they're all fighting at the junior middleweight. And even when he first came on the scene, he was we wanted to see the Jaron Boots Ennis and the Virgil Ortiz matchup. And it's been going on. They've been going back and forth, and it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. Virgil couldn't make the weight. Virgil, he actually had that ribomyosis, whatever, that disease where it's a muscle wasting disease. And when you cut weight, you cut too much weight, your body starts to categorize its own muscle mass, and you get real sick. So weight cutting is a dangerous thing. I talked to Vinny Pazienza not long ago, and we asked him, who was your tough opponent? He said, the toughest opponent was the scale. He said he literally died trying to cut weight for some of the fights. That's why he moved up from 135. He had one fight at 140 that beat by Roger Mayweather. Then he moved up to 154. He didn't even bother with 147. It was that important. I can't see Jaron Boots Ennis fighting at 147. When they had the weigh-in, he looked drained. He wasn't even coherent. He wasn't even making clear thoughts. And see, that's when you get down and you lose that much weight, it's time to lose it. You're losing body fluids, and your body is 75, 90% fluid. You start to lose the fluids in your brain. You don't even think clearly. You know, it's a dangerous thing. But he got away with it last night, and there was a stipulation on top of the IBF stipulation, where because it was a unified title fight, the WBA had their say. So the 24-hour, 10-pound stipulation was waived. So and they never mentioned. You know how they mention in their boxing? They mention how much the fighters weigh when they're coming in the ring. They mention what they weigh to make the fight, contract the weight. But then they mention what they hydrated to, and they didn't mention that at all. I was listening to the commentary today. I wanted to hear it. I wanted to see what if he stepped on the scale. And I guess he didn't want to do it. But it was definitely a 20-pound weight advantage in my eyes. I'm sure we'll find out eventually. The bottom line is I don't think Jaron Boots Ennis is 147. You know, people talk weight, baby. You know, there's really no such thing as weight limit. You make your contracted weight, you step in the ring. But having this 24, 36 hour stand in between, I mean, that's a lot of time to get big. And the way these fighters do it today, like I said earlier, man, the nutritionists that they have, their body composition, they can put on this crazy weight between the weigh-in and the fight. And I don't know, it just didn't look right. It looked like there was a real big weight advantage. The last time I saw something like that was noticeable was when a guy named Joey Gamache up in Maine, and he fought Arturo Gatti. And Arturo hydrated 20 pounds, and it was a destruction. I mean, he put Gamache in the hospital. I think that was Gamache's last fight. But, you know, there's weight divisions for a reason. And the competition is not at 147, because, I mean, you want to see Buchanan fight Mario Barrios. You know, the fight to see would be Brian Norman Jr., but I don't know, man. I wouldn't wait around for Brian Norman Jr. If I were Jerome Buchanan, I'd campaign at 154. I don't think his purses are going to drop. I really don't think that the belts make that much difference in this day and age. I think it's the popularity of the fighter, and it's going to be an interesting career, because he showed some talent last night. I mean, fast hands, big, mobile fighter. You know, he showed that he had everything. But I would love to see him move up to a natural weight, not fight these smaller guys. You take a gander outside, see what it looks like out there. See if I can bring it up and show you how today is not a good day to be out there.
When it launches, I will not speak so much.
Give you a little glimpse of this.
On the line in the unit.
This is what it looks like out in the window today. As you can see, the skies are very gray. Not a lot of color out there. Switch to the other side. As you can see, it's a gray day out there. Not much going on. It's an in-the-house day. A day to be checking out on boxing, watching past fights, future fights, see what's going on. There we are. A good day to kick back and smoke a few. Go to Nick M's boxing channel and find some classic fights. Educate yourself. The best thing you can do in this day and age is, man, if you don't know what's going on in the past, then you're gonna have no idea what's going on in the future. This is what's going on in the boxing world today. The top story here, a rotten deal, question mark. Hearn demands ambition from Norman Jr. while eyeing a hometown unification for Jaron Boots Ennis. They're talking about Ennis' superior boxing skills, leading to a stoppage. And I mean, you could see Stanionis, he was not returning punches. You know, I thought he was gonna have that motivation. His wife is ready to have a baby. She's just waiting for her water to break, so to speak. And I mean, he said as soon as the fight was over, he wanted to get on a jet, get back to Lithuania, and see his baby being born. Unfortunately, he got stopped, and you could see the stoppage. He had no chance. You know, Ennis was superior in every way, and the size just made it where Stanionis had some good pop in his punches, but he couldn't get anywhere near Ennis Manuel shots. And plus, another thing too that I forgot to mention, they were in Atlantic City last night. Atlantic City, that was a real popular boxing spot back in the 80s and the 90s. I mean, Mike Tyson had so many title defenses when he was coming up. He fought Atlantic City. That's where he fought Michael Spinks when he became the Undisputed, Unified, and Ring Magazine and everything else. That was in Atlantic City. Evander fought George Foreman in Atlantic City. I mean, it's been Arturo Gotti used to fight there. He fought Mickey Ward there, I believe, the third match. Vinny Paz used to fight there. Greg Haugen. I mean, Atlantic City was a hot spot for boxing, and maybe they're going to bring that back again. Which is nice. And you know what I liked about that too? The fight last night was on. It started at a reasonable hour. I mean, boxing was over. Where's my torch? Here it is. Boxing was over. Hey, my brother Jerry, how we doing, my man? Over on Facebook. That's the underground darkness over there, man. The underrated darkness, my man. But like I said, we're multi-platform over here. We're on 3 different platforms. We got millions and millions of viewers out there. We appreciate it. Ennis is the first spot headlights with Jerron Boots Ennis, man. From Atlantic City. And last night, if you noticed too, man, we had Richardson Hutchings, he was at ringside. Shakur Stevens was at ringside. We had a lot of celebrities there. The only thing I didn't see there, I think Brian Norman, he should have been there. He could have gotten the ring and started something. They could have got a little bit of verbal joust going. I don't know why, man. I don't know why they didn't make I don't know why Norman wasn't there. He's the only one that really would have made a difference. And this is where boxing used to shine back in the past, because the contenders, they knew that you want to go to the fights, you want to get the exposure. I mean, I remember a fight when Iran Barkley beat Darren Van Horn at the Felt Forum, the small theater at Madison Square Garden. It was on a Sunday. Anyway, Wade Barkley was all smiles. He just won the IBF super welterweight title, super middleweight title. He was a 168 pounder, and Iran Barkley was in the ring. I mean, James Toney was at ringside. He came in the ring. He was sitting there, and everybody thought he was going to shake Barkley's hand. And he went in the ring and he said, "I want to shake your hand. I want your belt." And Barkley, man, one of the most intimidating figures in boxing. He didn't believe it, and they ended up fighting each other. Tony put on a boxing clinic. He beat Iran Barkley, won the title. I think that was the second title. But this is what makes boxing exciting. Brian Norman blew a perfect opportunity to go there and create a gate last night, to have the public demanding the fight. Because this is why fights are made. This is why they should be made. We're the ones who should be demanding them. Starting to get the altitude now, man. We haven't heard a lot about Turkey Hour sheep this week. But see, I was disturbed. When people have been talking about boxing and the way Turkey, his lack of human rights in this country, the lack of there's a reporter who made a bad tweet about him. And this guy was sentenced to 15 years. And I saw it on I don't know, on a little a YouTube thing. I said, what? And then I went in and I checked it out. And yeah, it's the truth. This guy, he's a Saudi. And he left the country and he made some anti-al-Sheikh remarks. He came in the country, he was arrested, and 15 years in prison. I mean, this is sad. This is ridiculous. Boxing and politics, they're not a good mix. We've had some of the greatest fights in some of the worst political climates. We all know the Rumble in the Jungle. That was President Mobutu, who had to be told not to execute the prisoners who were building the stadium. It was that bad, you know. But the fight itself, you know, we try not to look at the politics behind it. And the same thing with the famous Thriller in Manila. We had the Philippine mob. We had Marcos, President Marcos, a dictator of the worst kind, killed people, defied human rights, but it was a great fight nevertheless. Now, gotta get water. Water is the best thing, man. Just changing my train of thoughts over here. Everybody out there, man, make sure you drink plenty of water. I drink nothing but water. I don't wake up to coffee. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink juice, soda, Coca-Cola, none of that shit. Plain water. Plain water. I drink. Hey, Howard Davis, brother. Good morning or good afternoon or whatever it may be. I think you're West Coast, bro. It's good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Get your old Howard Davis name again, eh? I'm just kicking back on a Sunday afternoon. Sunday just became afternoon. And reminiscing about boxing, which I like to do. I need some more water. Digging on some jazz. I'll be eating very soon. My lovely wife always puts together a great breakfast for me. I have 4 farm fresh eggs. I have some fried potatoes, an apple, an English muffin, and man, I eat that every day. Loaded with protein, the fats and the proteins offset the carbohydrates and cuts down on your net carbs. And anyway, it's a great way to start the day. I've been doing it for years now. No cereal, no French toast, pancake. I'll have that once in a while, but I'll save that for like dinner or something like that. But I like to have those eggs every day. Get the B12, get the chloline, acetol. There's my brother, Drunk Irishman. Salute, man. And the underrated doctor, he's back over here, man, to check us out. To see, JT is, I think you'll be able to see that on the screen. See, we got the brother on the Facebook. Now we got my man coming back, giving us extra views on it. I like that. I like that, JT. I appreciate that. And make sure you give the thumbs up because for some reason that's very important. That gets us put on people's news feed. Get new people in here. Makes this whole thing kind of worth it. Smelly Cuxton. Okay. I hope you sub to the channel. I know you're a troll, so even just sub to it, I won't get the effects of your sub, but appreciate the view nonetheless. And any of you guys have any opinions on the fights last night, man? First of all, I thought that Stephen Shaw, I think he's going to make an impact on the heavyweights, man. I was very, very pleased, very impressed. He knocked out that big African dude. And, I think we're going to hear from Stephen Shaw. But we don't really have any American heavyweights in the forefront. The bulk of the big babies, they're kind of also running. You know, Stephen Shaw coming back a couple of losses. He looked good. He looks like he's got the fire. And this was a good night for the heavyweights. See, the reason I like heavyweight boxing is, first of all, they produce knockouts, but you have two big guys like that who are athletics, who are athletes, and don't waste any time. They don't fuck around with weight clauses. There ain't no rehydration bullshit, man. You know, it's mono, de mono, and whatever it tips the scales at, that's what the battle's gonna wind on down to. So this is one of the reasons I love heavyweight. And the heavyweight division is kind of open. I don't see Usyk staying as the champ much longer. You know, I get a feeling that the business of boxing, they're going to want to see defenses, and I think they're going to want to see title holders and fight. I don't know what's happening today. After he put on the Maka fight, he was no good at it. He wants that rematch with Usyk, but I don't want to see that. You know, you get that one shot in, water shot, lucky shot, whatever. Oh, okay, bro, thank you, man. Tell me if this is better. How's that? Is that a little bit better? Hey, my man, Crush the Legend. Salute. LOC. What's MOC? Yeah, see, that's the Leo Genovese Quartet. They're playing live at Smalls Jazz Club in Greenwich Village, New York City. And see, I play that live stuff, and I get away with it. So I don't want to make it too loud. I like to keep it in the background, but it's really, really great music. I mean, this is progressive jazz. This is what's going on now. You know, Miles is gone, Charlie Parker's gone, all those cats are all gone. You gotta look at some of these up and coming jazz cats that are playing today, and these guys are hot. And you go to Smalls Jazz Club, it's a YouTube channel. They put the live shows on. In fact, they're doing a live jazz brunch right now. But this was last night. Leo Genovese. I remember that name because I knew a Leo Genovese, not the mobster. I knew a drunk from Warren, man. Cool dude, man. Leo Genovese, man. We used to call him Jason. He was a Mason, so they called him Jason the Mason. And when he was half drunk, he was the best Mason around, man. But when he was sober, he didn't want to work. When he was too drunk, he couldn't work. So anyway, this is the Leo Genovese Quartet right now. And what's coming up next week in boxing, man? Has anybody checked out what the fights that are happening? Let me take a look over here. Let me see. Next weekend, Gabriel Fundora. See, I'm not really a women's boxing fan, so Charles Conwell's on that card. He's fighting Jorge Garcia Perez. Who's Jorge Garcia Perez? Let's check Jorge Garcia Perez out. Go to our standby. He's a veteran of 32 wins and 4 defeats, never been knocked out. He's got 26 knockouts. And he's got the algorithm rank on BoxRec of 12 in the world. The top Jorge Perez. I haven't seen him before. He fought Jorge Paez Jr. He beat him. Jorge was never what his father was. But anyway, he's the top-ranked super welterweight in Mexico. And Charles Cromwell, man, Charles Cromwell is an incredible undefeated fighter. So this should, on paper, looks like a good clash. And this is what's going on next Saturday. We got something going on in England. Dalton Smith and Matteo Germain, super lightweights. Ishmael Davis and Ryan Kelly. Josh Warrington is fighting. Josh Padley, man, our boy Josh Padley's going to be fighting next weekend. So I mean, once again, I don't know if we're talking quality here, but we got some decent quality. An afternoon fight in the UK, and it's not. Let me see, Dalton Smith. Let's check out Dalton Smith, because a lot of these guys, man, I've seen him fight. I've probably seen him a couple of times, but I forget. My memory's got to be refreshed. He's 17-0, super lightweight. He's only the third best super lightweight in England, in the United Kingdom, the 16th in the world. He is undefeated. He's got 13 knockouts and 17 wins. Knocked out Jose Zapata. He did that last year. Would have been nice if it was 5 years ago. And Matthew Germain, let's see. He's a Canadian. A veteran Canadian with 26 fights, 2 losses, and stopped twice. He's got a draw, 11 knockouts, so it doesn't look like he's a killer puncher on paper. Let's go down his list over here. You got a draw with Steve Claggett, a fighter that we've seen before, or I've seen before. But a lot of fights against obscure, local level. Most of his fights are in Canada. All of his fights are in Canada. And they probably got a high tariff on them. But that's one of the fights that's happening next week. And who's he taking on? That's the main card, Dalton Smith. And on that same card, we get to see Josh Padley, the electrician. Let's check out Josh Padley. See what he's been up to. We know what he's been up to. He had that gift, man. He's the electrician. He had that gift. They gave him the fight with Shakur Stevenson in Riyadh. And he's taking on somebody called Marko Sertencevic, 13-0. Let's see, where's Marko from? Serbia. I mean, like I said, man, they're giving us quantity, but I don't see a super amount of quality here. But oh man, check this out! And on Sunday, we're sticking around. We're in Birmingham, old Pigeons Town here, man. Ben Whitaker and Liam Cameron rematch. Frazier Clark is fighting. Oh yeah, man. So next weekend we're gonna shit, man. Shout out to the Brits. They give us a ton of fights. Saturday and Sunday. And it's Thriller TV. We can stream that. That'll come with your Fire Stick, I'm sure. The following week, Chris Eubank and Conor Benn. And that's going to be an interesting fight. Any thoughts on that? I think little Conor Benn is going to be pissed, man. You know, he got all that criticism about the PEDs. The egg in the face. I mean, there's going to be some heated tensions in here. I think Conor Benn is going to take him, man. Chris Eubank I think he's seen better days. And who knows? This is going to be a fun fight. That's Saturday, following next Saturday. Next Saturday is almost 420. I mean, damn, Sunday is Easter Sunday, 420. Today's a Catholic holiday. Basically, it's Palm Sunday, and that was the when Jesus came into town. They thought they were going to throw stones at him, but instead they laid palms and walked on palms. And today they give out the palms at church, the Catholic churches. It was weird. When I was a kid growing up, we all wearing shit. We got them. And what they do is the leftover palms, they burn those. That's what they make the ashes with, for Ash Wednesday for next year. So I mean, it's a business, the business of the church. But I mean, it's already Easter Sunday. It's freezing cold out there. Not freezing cold, but cold enough. It should be in the 50s. It's like in the high 30s. But yeah, man, next week is definitely UK boxing. Saturday and Sunday. The week after that, like I said earlier, man, we got a nice little card with Eubanks. And then after that, man, we're going to be in the month of May. It's the 13th today, so the main card I can see to look forward to in May would be the Times Square bout. That's going to be an event. That's going to be something special. Nobody knows exactly what's going on. It's limited, I understand, to 300 people. I don't know what building it's going to be in, if it's going to be outside of that. Dude, no clue. Looking forward to it. Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. I think Ryan will outbox him and knock him out. But Rolly, he's the kind of guy who'll get right back up and get right back in your face. Fun guy to watch. Both of these guys. Haney and Ramirez, man, big question marks there. Is he going to come back? Is he going to have what he left with, or what he once had? Interesting fight right there. And Teofimo and Barboza, 50-50 fight. A lot of people are saying, this is the weight class is hot. We just saw welterweights. These are super lightweights and welterweights. That whole division. These guys, they grow. They change up. 147, 154, 140. But a lot of good stuff going on in the next few days. We're gonna put together a trivia for the next have a little trivia contest coming up. I will have to think of a hot topic. We had a pretty good one last week, man. The heavyweight trivia, a subject that I love, and one that we can't repeat it though. We definitely got to be constantly changing. The lighter. There it is. But I just wanted to come on here and speak on the fights of last night and what's coming up. Good stuff. I'm gonna get some breakfast. Or some kind of drink. I have the first meal of the day. I drink it. I take 2 cups of water. I throw a tub of yogurt in there. Put a scoop and a half of protein powder, and slam that down. And that's like that's what wakes the body up, gets it back into the anabolic state. And at this age, man, whatever anabolic state you can get your body in is a plus. So anyway, man, keep watching boxing. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. I'll be back later on, man. I appreciate anybody that stopped in here. Peace.